Ah, Hi. If you are also facing the same problem that you are reading a book for several hours and you are not able to concentrate, then probably you have a problem of focus. Hi, I'm Primankur. I'm once again back for an interesting video, and today's video is about how to concentrate. Because today, if you see, the most of the problem which we face are because of lack of focus. Today we have seen that most of the parents are concerned about that how to help your children to get the focus, whether you're talking about the children or you're talking about the grown-up or you're talking about the adults who are really facing problem due to the stressed life and due to the lack of focus. Most of the time it has been seen that people in the corporate often complain that their employees are not able to focus on their target or they are not able to focus on the organization's goal. If you really want to understand this, you have to understand that it is actually more behavioral. The problem of focus is actually deep into our practice and in our daily life. It is how we condition our mind. Someone has said that the difference between the successful person and the common man, it's the degree of concentration. And according to Swami Vivekananda, if you really want to increase your concentration, then you have to increase the quality of experience of your life. So if you really want to understand that how you can increase the quality of your experience, then you have to understand how you can increase the quality of your concentration. And more important is what you concentrate on. It has been seen the kind of experiences which we really seek every day in our daily life, in our minute-to-minute action, it actually decides the quality of our life. Many times, parents complain that their children are not really concentrating in their studies. And it has been seen that sometimes even the grown-ups are also finding it difficult to focus on a single task for a longer time. Why it is so? It has been seen that our cognition skills are very limited. In a scientific research, the famous scientist of Eastern European origin, Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, who has also written a book called as Flow. In his book, he has mentioned that the limited capacity of our cognitive power is only 126 beats per second. So you can imagine that when we are listening to someone, if at the same time two other persons are talking to us, we will be confused and will find it difficult to understand because we can only receive that 126 beats per second as per the binary language. But if you really want to understand that why exactly the mind works like that, it is how we have been designed. But if you really want to improve that, you should know how to exclude yourself from the other things when you're focusing on a single thing. In the words of Vedanta, if you want to understand, it has been seen that Raja Yoga and Patanjali Yoga are really the great help for concentration. If you can increase your concentration by doing yogic practice, you can definitely increase your concentration manifold. But for that, you have to do regular practice so that you can increase your concentration. Most of the time it has been seen that people are often complaining that they are not getting interest in doing their studies or doing their work. Why so? It is because sometimes they are spending most of the time in some unusual or some unnecessary task, and they are always thinking that after doing all the relaxing and the desirable work, they will find some time to do that important task. And unfortunately, by the time they go to that important task, they lose their interest and they finally get really tired. And this is because we have the same peace of mind which is going through those different actions. So when the mind is really trained to go through those desirable and the relaxed work, when it comes to those difficult tasks, the mind finds it uninteresting and automatically you hit the boredom. It has been seen the concentration depends on two things, and these are the skill and the challenge. When the level of challenge is more than the skill, you automatically get more stressed, and that is the time when you get frustrated. In the similar manner, when you see that the level of skill is more than the challenge, you hit the boredom. I can give you an example. If you have seen ever a lawn tennis player, initially a lawn tennis player really takes a lot of time to practice how to return the serve, and for that he or she has to practice for some good point of time. But after the player gets the expertise of returning the serve, it becomes very easy, and then the skill and challenge of the player comes to a match by which the player can easily return the serve. Same in swimming. Initially, a swimmer is being taught how to float in water, but once the swimmer knows how to keep the body balanced in water, he or she can easily keep his body afloat. But once he or she learns the art of floating in the water or returning the serve of tennis, you need some more challenges, and that is when you need to go into some bigger river, or you have to play some match against a tough competitor so that you can match up your skill with the challenge. So next time if you are facing the same problem of concentration, always remember that your skill and challenge must match together so that you are in the flow. Have you ever seen the musicians who are playing the nice music? They are really doing it as if they are doing it magically, and it is because their mind and their action are in perfect synchronization. So if you really want to do something with concentration, make sure that you can exclude yourself from the other things and put your all energy into that work or that action which you're doing. And when you can absorb yourself, your energy in that particular single action, you will find that you are able to concentrate. A nice example has been given by one of the English writer in her book called as Wrapped, where she has written that a mind walks like a cobra. If you have ever seen a cobra while attacking or eating its victim, it always used to spread its hood and it used to focus single-mindedly in that direction as if it is cutting the other wave, but actually it is not the same. But it is understood that the way the cobra is basically spreading its hood, in the same way we also try to exclude all the other distractions around us so that we can focus in our work. Have you ever seen a small child while he or she is reading? They always try to close their head and just focus on what they're reading. Sometimes when we are also trying to concentrate, we just try to close ourselves and just read what we are reading that point of time. It is because we are trying to exclude those outside distractions which are around us. I think I can give you a nice example. If you have ever seen the Ramakrishna Mission logo, where you would see there is a sun, which is basically the source of energy. There is a lotus, which is a symbol of the peace and the belief. And there is an ocean, which is basically the large vastness of knowledge. And it is rounded by a serpent, which shows the concentration. But do you see the similarity of that European writer? And also what many years ago, what Swami Vivekananda and the Ramakrishna Mission thought, that the serpent is also a symbol of concentration. Anyway, if you really want to concentrate more, then you should really start practicing yoga and meditation. It has been seen and proved that doing meditation, as per the Eastern thought, it can always increase your concentration power. Regularly, if you can do 15 to 20 minutes of meditation, you can definitely augment your concentration power. I hope you have liked this video, and I would be back for such more interesting videos on concentration and positive thinking. Hope you have liked this video, and if you really have some more interesting topics, please go in the description box and put your comments so that I can come to know about your interest. And if you have still not subscribed my channel, I would request you to subscribe my channel today so that you get notified every time for such interesting and positive videos.